Chances are you know someone who travels for work. From the mundane to the fears and risks of global terrorism, business travelers are facing a variety of risks. And joining us now is Michael McCormick. He's the Executive Director of Global Business Travel Association. Michael, it's good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk a little bit about a study that you guys did looking at kind of what you found that travelers who travel worldwide or domestically in the United States, kind of what their fears are. What'd you find in the study?
Well, the greatest fear that business travelers have is actually related to terrorism. But the reality is that what is more likely to happen, or a risk that is real that might occur, has to do with either illness, street crime, or even cybersecurity. Far more likely to happen, and those should be the real concerns of business travelers. But terrorism is the one that really drives their perception about travel.
I should say, why did you do this study? What was it that you wanted to find?
Well, we really wanted to better understand what was driving traveler perception. We hear so much in the news today, certainly about tragic events that have happened, certainly all of the recent news around the travel ban and the executive orders. All those things are driving perception, making travelers concerned, making businesses concerned, but we really wanted to understand what was at the root cause and what was really driving that behavior.
And then what about destinations as well? Your study looked into that. If certain people are concerned about going to certain places, kind of go a little bit more in depth on that.
Well, what's interesting is that if you ask people generally about their fears, they will tell you that they think that 60% of travelers would say that some destinations, or they would worry that some destinations are high risk that they're going to. But when you talk to them about specific cities, certainly domestic travel, and even travel to, I'd say, more frequently traveled international destinations like Western Europe, are really perceived to be safe on a city-by-city basis. More than 8 of 10 travelers here in the States feel that those, again, U.S. destinations are very safe to travel to. So business travel is resilient. Travelers still are certainly going and will continue to go to accomplish their business because it drives their business growth. But the reality is that they still have those underlying fears at times about leaving home.
And then there's a website, I think, that you have for more information if people at home want to do a little bit of their own research. But again, what's the takeaway that you want everyone to learn from this study and travel, in your opinion, overall?
Well, generally that business travel is safe. You need to be prepared, though. Always do your preparation in advance. Make people aware, let people know where you are. Use the tools that you have available to you. Your travel agent, your travel department are there to help you. They want you to have a successful business trip and keep risk at a minimum. But mainly you have a cell phone in your pocket. Make sure that people always know where you are. It's the best way that you can be, to do the things you need to do to be prepared. And certainly if you want more information, go to our site, to our blog. So that's blog.gbta.org. You can start there, get information you need, and then certainly the State Department has great information on the destinations you're going to.
All right, Michael McCormick, the Executive Director of Global Business Travel Association. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Global Business Travel Association for making that segment possible.